Welcome to week 6 of OHSAA football. Waycross Community Media is happy to bring this contest into your living rooms and castles. I'm Jake Williams, and with my partner Shane Coleman, who will call this game between the Winton Warriors and the visiting Milford Eagles. Now, more air, heating, and cooling, much thanks to you for sponsoring this week's affair. Now, Shane, the Eagles come in at 4-1, and under Tom Gripper, that should improve by November. Gripper's theory is for the Eagles to outwork the other guy. Of course, the Eagles flew in here often during their days in the Fort Ancient Valley. Coach Murphy will have to bring the Warriors into this tilt at 2-2, knowing that plain and simple, they have to keep winning.
That is absolutely right, Jake. The Warriors have got to keep winning. They're on a 2-game win streak right now. They're 3-2, 2-1 in the ECC. Big win last week, 44-14 over West Claremont. And just like last week, I've got my Shane's secrets to success for both teams. Number one for the Warriors, lean on your defense. This defense hasn't allowed more than 2 touchdowns in the same game this season. They have the fewest points allowed in the ECC with 62 points. The defense didn't allow all those. One of those touchdowns was a pick 6 against LaSalle. They have J. Ron Gibson and Jaden Denton. They're number 2 and number 4 in sacks in the ECC. And they've got Cameron Calhoun, who's number 3 in the ECC with 2 interceptions. Number 2, use your two-headed monster in the backfield to set up the passing game. They have Tyreek Spikes and James Minor III, who both had a huge game against West Claremont last week. Spikes particularly had 154 yards and 2 scores. If you pound the rock the way they can, that is going to open up the passing game if Milford walks up to defend that run. Number 3, and possibly the most important for Winton Woods, no dumb penalties. Winton Woods needs to play a clean game and don't go backwards, particularly in the red zone. They got to keep the emotions in check. This is a big game. Both teams battling for the top spot there with Kings up number 1. And it's not good for Carr to keep shifting gears. Neither is it for the Winton Woods Warriors. And on the other side of the field, we have Milford, who comes in at 4-1, 3-0 in the ECC, coming off of a 48-34 win over Loveland. Their secrets to success, number 1, you got to have the next man up. Their number 1 receiver, Chase Dusing, went down against Turpin and did not play last week, and he's not on the roster tonight. Who is going to step up and pick up his production? The height advantage that he has is also gone. Dusing is 6'5", and they do not have any receivers on this roster that size. So who's going to pick up his production? Number 2, you have to have a balanced offense against Winton Woods. Milford has 2 running backs in the top 5 in the ECC in rushing yards. Natwan Webster is number 3 with 432 yards, and they have Tofo Luwani, who's number 4 with 402. And he's also got 11 rushing touchdowns, 6 of which last week against Loveland. You heard me right, 6 touchdowns last week. They ran for over 450 yards as a team last week. They've got to mix it up to avoid Winton Woods shutting the offense down, and they got to be ready for a slugfest on both sides of the ball. And finally, number 3, the defense must contain the run. With Winton Woods' defense, you can't afford to get into a shootout, and they've got to make the Warriors beat them through the air, Jake.
Okay, now before we get too far, Shane, we want to mention tonight's officials, and they are the referee, Stuart R. Vanover. The umpire is Bill Goldfuss. Linesman, Kirk Eiler. Line judge, Lowell Ritchie. And the back judge is Eric Bender. These are the officials who will adjudicate tonight's contest. As we see the Winton Woods special teams taking the field, kick this off, get this game started, kicking it off to the Eagles.
Yeah, no, Jake, it looks like back deep to return is going to be number 37, Jackson Stickle, and number 4, Luke Ray.
So Dan Umba about to step off into this, and this game is underway. Short kick, it's picked up at the 15. Cuts to the near side. He's around some tacklers, still on his feet, up to the 35-yard line. And a host of Warriors are going to have to pull him down at about the 38-yard line of the Eagles.
Yeah, that was a nice little return there by number 5, Taj Price, the senior. He got a little bit
up at the 15. Cuts. See the Eagles take the field on offense. Eagles used to come here quite a bit when they were members of the Fort Ancient Valley. So number 9 is at quarterback, Austin Harden. He's got trips left. Looking at these Eagles before the game, they got a host of big guys. It's number 8 with the carry and gang tackled by the Warrior defense. Gain about 1.
Yeah, and as we touched on in the opening, Jake, the Winton Woods defense just too fast. You're not going to beat them with that run game if you keep going to it. Webster's a good back, but that Winton Woods defense is even better.
Second down and 11.
I'm talking to Coach Tom Gripper before the game. He seems to be pretty high on his offensive linemen, number 75 and number 54. That's Logan Bartholomew and Trevor Ings. Whistle.
Timeout. Milford, their first timeout of the first
You
half.
do not
Tom
want to be
Gripper
burning a timeout
coming out
early.
to talk it over with his offense.
Yeah, and Jake, you were touching on those 2 offensive linemen for Milford, Bartholomew and Ings. It's important to have good tackles because that's going to be the bookmarks of that O-line. You got to make sure they're protecting the quarterback. You don't want him getting hit hard.
Okay, so of course the Warrior defense still playing good ball. Last week the offense caught up with them and put a big crooked number on the board. There's the snap. Looking to throw, he's getting chased out of the pocket. He's taken down for a sack. That's number 4, J-Ron Gibson.
Yeah, and what else is new for this Winton Woods defense? J-Ron Gibson, as we get another look, just completely dominates up front. And he just wrestles him down to the ground and slings him down. And Gibson, that's his 8.5 sack of the season, Jake. He has been an absolute monster on that front.
3rd and 15 here. Number 8 out of the backfield. He's throwing his ball, but it's going to be over everybody's head. Incomplete. So with 10:25 left to go in the first quarter, the Eagles are going to have to punt this ball over to the Warriors.
Yeah, and that Warrior defense early on, they're already wreaking havoc in that backfield. That's what they plan to do this whole game.
Fourth and 15. Eagles got this ball kicked
almost.
Just barely off. Rolling to the Warrior 40-yard line, down to the Warrior 34-yard line. Tyreek Gibbs.
Yeah, we got a flag.
Tyreek Spikes had to stay away from that ball. We got a flag to address.
Yeah, we're going to have some unnecessary roughness there. That was number 14, Kyron Oliver, was getting into it a little bit away from the play.
Penalty flag on the play.
So the starters on offense for the Warriors. Left tackle, number 75, Henry Johnson Jr. Left guard, number 62, Will Edwards. Center, number 72, Darian Fannin.
Unsportsmanlike conduct.
Right guard, number 74, Andrew Thompson. Right tackle, number 68, Demarion Stone.
4-yard line. First down and 10.
Wide receiver, number 2, Derek Lawson. Number 26, wide receiver, Casey Spears. And number 14, wide receiver, Antonio Turner will catch the rest after this play.
Got the screen.
Ellery
Get upfield.
throws the screen. This ball's caught. And jukes his way up the street for about an 8-yard pickup.
Taken down by number 2, Tofa Luani.
A nice little play there, just a simple screen pass, gets him about 9 yards. That's all you got to do, just take what they give you.
So you got Antonio Turner, Caden Spikes at wide receiver. Caden Sanders. And there's number 22, Tyreek Spikes, the running back, but there's a host of hats waiting there for him. Austin Ellery is the quarterback tonight, number 15.
Takes the ball to the 40-yard line.
Yeah, we take another look at that run. He finds a little bit of a hole, and he just gets stood up by the big sophomore. That's number 2, Tofa Luani. He's a sophomore, Jake. He's 6'2", 245, and he's also a running back, and he is an absolute battering ram in that backfield.
1st and 10. Ellery turns and gives. Spikes twist in there, but he can only get a yard.
On the play, taken down by number 45.
This looks like a hungry run defense on the Eagles.
Yeah, Milford's definitely fired up and ready to go on the front today.
2nd and 9.
And Jake, we were noticing before the game, they've got some big guys on that Milford side.
Oh, yeah.
They may be able to play with this big offensive line from Winton Woods.
Whistle on the play. Winton Woods guy might have left early.
False start on the Warriors. Ball placed on the 31-yard line.
Yeah, and Jake, already this first drive, Winton Woods, 2 costly penalties, and it's as I touched on in the opening, they got to cut down on those if they want to win this game. Milford's a good team this year. You can't give them any opportunities that they don't earn.
8:40 left to go in the first quarter. Spears in motion. There's Spikes with the carry, runs through the first line.
Spikes takes the ball to the 36-yard line.
It's hit by a linebacker, number 43. That's Nick Scally.
Yeah, we get another look at that play. Nice little hole opens up there for Spikes, and he gets him just about the original line of scrimmage.
It'll be 3rd down and 9.
3rd and 9, so
Uh-oh.
there's this pass complete to number 3. He's on the sideline, and they're going to finally get him knocked out of bounds. Looks like at about the 18-yard line of the Eagles.
Yeah, what a heads-up play by Winton Woods. They run the quick snap there, and they got number 3, Caden Sanders, the senior, wide open. As we take another look, just a real quick, simple little route. There is not a white jersey near him, and Sanders just books it down to about the 17-yard line. What a play by the Warriors.
This is what the Warriors need. Deep in the Eagles' territory in the red zone. Ellery looking to throw this ball over the middle. Incomplete. Nice defense by number 15. That's Jacob Smith, 6 foot, 195-pound junior.
Yeah, Winton Woods, they faked that screen pass trying to catch him on it again, but then they tried to go back over the middle, and Smith stayed home, and he just knocked that ball away and made a great play. So nice defensive effort by the Eagles.
2nd and 10. Ellery in the pistol. Minor gets to give. No, he fakes to give to Minor. Ellery takes off around in, but there got him. Smothered, he can't turn corner.
The quarterback, Austin Ellery, takes the ball to the 15-yard line.
Yeah, Ellery, he had to pull that one. Minor was going to get lit up in the backfield, so Ellery does a nice job of pulling it. He gets to the sideline and gets about 3 or 4 yards, so 3rd and manageable as we take another look. Yeah, Minor was going to get gobbled up there, but Ellery does a nice job of pulling it and getting himself a couple yards.
So here the Warriors come. Ellery got Minor behind him in the pistol. Trips right.
Watch that blitz.
Spears in motion.
Ball.
Ball's loose. It's on the ground. It's like the Warriors are going to recover. come the Warriors, 4th and 7, so they're going to send their field goal team into.
Yeah, we had another look at that ball. Looks like Ellery pulled it, but at the last second, he just had the ball slip right out of his hands. But fortunately, the Warriors were able to fall on it. Big kick here for Dan the Man.
There's a snap.
Oh.
Holds down, the kick is up.
Nice
It's got the
job.
distance, and that kick is good. So with 6:53 left to go in the first quarter here, we have a score of your Winton Woods Warriors 3 and the visiting Milford Eagles nothing.
Dan the Man just absolutely drills that field goal from long range. And Jake, he's been getting better every game we've come to this week. He's starting to get his rhythm, and that's very important for the Warriors and their success going forward this season.
Oh, he probably still got momentum from the soccer game he was involved in yesterday. I was here yesterday for a little bit, and I went to buy a T-shirt, well, a little hoodie, and so I bought that. Then I saw these Chris Oates T-shirts, and I tried to buy one of those also, but I was told due to some technicality why I couldn't buy the Chris Oates T-shirt. But
oh, you gotta love those technicalities, Jake.
Oh yeah.
Also number 5, Taj Price.
So with the Warriors, they do split the uprights, but they're going to have to do more than split uprights to come away with the victory here tonight.
Yeah, that is the absolute truth, Jake. This Milford offense, they score a lot of points, and you know that this defense is going to have their hands full all night, so field goals aren't going to cut it in the long game here.
And the kick is off. It's going to be gathered in on the Eagle 10. He's running straight south with the ball.
Uh-oh.
The ball's on the floor.
Go, baby!
And it's picked
Go,
up by
baby!
Spears. Casey Spears, but he's dragged down at the 3-yard line of the Eagles. The Warriors will put it in gear, 1st and goal.
And Jake, we talked about the defense at the beginning of the game, but the special teams there. Spears slaps that ball on out of there. He's got the presence of mind, sees it laying there, picks it up, and an absolute shoestring tackle saves that 6 points. Great heads-up play and individual effort by KC Spears.
Absolutely. And see on the replay here, the special teams rearing its ugly head.
Yeah, nice effort there by number 4, Luke Ray from Milford. He makes the shoestring tackle to save 6 points.
Winton Woods, they've had respectable special teams this year. There's the give. He's trying to get to the end. And there's a big collision at the goal line, and the referees aren't signaling that he got in. It looks like they're calling him down on a half-yard line.
Yeah, nice effort there by Miner. He stretched that thing out. He's got the speed to get to the corner, but he had a Milford defender right there, and he knew he was going to take a shot, but he lowered the shoulder anyway. As we take another look. And just like that, I believe we have a touchdown.
No signal yet, but
yes, we
there
do.
it is. Touchdown, Winton Woods. So they force that ball into the end zone, take advantage of that mistake. So with 6:30 left to go here in the first quarter, pending the outcome of this point after, we have a score of your Winton Woods Warriors 9 and the visiting Milford Eagles nothing.
Yeah, and that's all you needed to do on that play. Ellery's a big kid. All he does, take the snap and burrow in behind that big O-line in front of him. They gave him enough room to get over the line, and that's a 9-0, hopefully 10-0 lead coming up for the Warriors.
Flag on the play. Too much time. Legal procedure, Winton Woods.
5-yard penalty will place the ball on the 8-yard line.
They're just trying to let Dan the Man get a little extra distance practice in. That's all that was.
Well, I'm sure he comes in handy. He needs that confidence. Waiting for the snap on his PAT. The hold is down. The kick is up.
Nailed it. No, he didn't.
That kick is no good. So with 6:30 left to go in the first quarter, we have a score of your Winton Woods Warriors 9 and the visiting Milford Eagles nothing.
And Jake, are you noticing any similarities to last week's game with West Claremont? Got a field goal to start the game, then they get the ball right back, score a touchdown, miss the extra point. We know how that game went, so here's hoping we have another game like last week. There's another look at that run by Minor. He takes a shot there.
That was a nice play by Minor to have the fortitude to want it that bad.
Yeah, he knew he was going to take a shot. He did not care. He just lowered the shoulder, and he was ready for it. We get another look at Ellery just burying his head in behind his O-line and driving across that goal line. The Warrior offense is cooking so far in the first quarter.
But they're going to have to play solid special teams defense. Well, that guy laid the ball out on the ground for him. But this little guy looks like he could scat back if he can get some space.
Yeah, we saw that on the opening kickoff. Price had a nice return, so they're going to have to make sure they contain him for the rest of the game.
See the Warrior cheerleaders getting into it. That kick is caught on the 15-yard line. Guy gets run right in. It falls to the ground. Looks like they'll start it out about their 27-yard line.
Yeah, Price had a little bit of room there, but it looks like the turf monster got him. He just went down. I'm not sure a Warrior actually got a hand on him. It looks like he just slipped.
Starters on defense for the Warriors. Number 44, Jaden Denton. Number 4, Jaron Gibson. Number 58, Terren Macklin. And number 95, Cameron Jackson. Number 6, 7 Blue. Number 9, Kirsten Williams. And we see Kirsten Williams making a tackle on that play. Takes down number 8. It's Natwan Webster for the Eagles.
Yeah, we take another look there. Webster had a little bit of a hole, but the Warriors filled that thing up almost immediately. He only gets about 3 yards on that carry. Great job by the Warriors to read and react.
Okay, so here comes the Eagles. There's a give again. Number 8. Can't muscle his way out of the tackle. That's Natwan Webster. That's 5'10", 225-pound junior.
Yeah, we take another look there. There was nowhere to go from the get-go. He's just dragging a Warrior defender. That's number 1, Jeremiah Anderson. He's holding on for dear life, and he has his teammates come clean it up for him. But
Milford's down at 8.
Milford's got some big running backs, but the Winton Woods defense is up to the task so far.
Looking to throw this ball over the middle. It's caught. First down. Looks like they're going to put this ball down on the 40-yard line of the Eagles.
Yeah, and props there to number 9, Austin Harden. As
See
we take
on
another
the
look.
Warrior replay, he's got good protection.
Yeah, he knew he was going to take a hit there. He stayed tough in the pocket and delivered that ball for a first down.
Ah, wait a minute here. It's going to be on the Eagles. 4:56 left to go in the first quarter. 5-yard penalty, he'll march it back to the 35-yard line.
Yeah, the Eagles get a big play, and then they promptly give 5 of it right back. That's not going to win you many games if you're going to give yardage back.
The game is young. There's number 8 with the carry, but that's number 4 in there, Jaron Gibson. Putting a stop.
Yeah, we take another look there. Number 4, Jaron Gibson. He gets there, gets a little help from his friends, And that Warrior defense just showing why they're one of the best in Cincinnati, Jake. They just swarm and they will beat you to the point of attack.
That's right. Clock moving. 4:05 left to go in the first quarter. Austin Harden.
Pass.
Great drop, looking to throw. They're in
Pressure,
on him. They
got
got him
him.
sacked.
Behind the line of scrimmage. Sack was made by number 58.
See on the more air replay, fakes to give, but number 58, he put a lot of pressure on him.
28-yard line.
Yeah, that's Taron Macklin. He's got a defensive touchdown we saw against Kings, Jake, the big
That's
fella.
right.
But that's a straight bull rush right there. He just shoved his guy right back into Harden.
Yeah, and then he reached back and snatched him by wherever he snatched him by and pulled him down. 3:19, 3rd and 23 here for the Eagles. Rolling to his right. He's going to try to run
Pressure
with
coming,
it, but
got
the
him.
Warrior defense is
And a
there.
flag. Got some laundry. I'm going to guess this is going to be a hold on Milford.
That's number 4 on that stop mainly, Jerron Gibson again.
Nope, we got a face mask.
Face mask. 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, we take another look here. Winton Woods getting all kinds of pressure early on in this one. Got a hold there, didn't get called, but they do. They're going to get number 95. That's Cameron Jackson. They got him for the 5-yard variety of a face mask. Just a brief grasp there. But either way, that pressure, it's going to be a problem tonight for that Milford offense if they don't get it under control.
No, this is the kind of game where you let the defense of the Warriors settle in, and you could have a long night with nothing to show for it on the ride home.
Oh, yeah, that's a defense. They like to pin those ears back and just come after the quarterback.
Austin Harden looking it over, straight drop.
Rush coming again.
Throws this ball complete to number 8 out here
Oh,
to the left
big hit.
flat. Big hit.
Number 8, Antoine Webster.
Yeah, we take another look here. Milford do a little delayed screen here, just dumps it off to Webster. Webster gets a little bit of running room. Winton Woods, rather, was playing off the ball a little bit. He takes a big hit there, and it's still going to be well short of the original line of scrimmage. That's going to bring up a long 4th down.
4th and 4.
Number 81, Cam Livingston.
This is where Tyreek Spikes standing on his 30-yard line awaiting his kick.
For the Warriors.
Oh.
Whistle.
Got a-
Timeout, Winton Woods.
Timeout.
Coach Chad Murphy
Their first
trying to get
timeout.
something straightened out. Loose in, he saw he didn't want it.
Yeah, this Winton Woods defense early on, this has been a very scary sight for Milford's offense. This Warrior defense, they're just pinning their ears back and coming after them. They're not really respecting the run game a whole lot right now. They're walking up, or they're playing back rather. They're just coming with the pass rush with the front 4, but they're so quick, they're just filling the hole whenever one opens up. And that's the thing when you have an athletic defense like Winton Woods does, you can play more of a pass coverage and then just read and react, and that's exactly what we've seen so far, Jake.
Well, what the Warriors are doing is depending on each other. Nobody's taking plays off.
No, you can't afford to take plays off. One, you got your boys counting on you on the sideline. Both teams, you can't take a play off because you got all your good guys on the sideline waiting on you. But at the same time, Winton Woods, they're playing for potentially hosting a playoff game at 3-2. They're trying to get
Kick is
themselves
off.
a-
It's low. Spikes grabs it.
Uh-oh.
Gets through the first line, but
Uh-oh.
still on his feet. They finally get him pulled down on the Warrior 36-yard line.
Yeah, Tyreek Spikes, he's a dynamic return guy. We saw him with that kick return for a touchdown ending the the first half last week. If you give him room, he is going to leave you in the dust. And he was about a step away from breaking that one.
From the 38-yard line for the Warriors.
Well, this is the kind of game, though, like you say, where they got to keep their foot on the pedal.
Yeah, Milford's a good team. They're not out of this game, so Winton Woods has got to keep applying that pressure, and they can't let up.
There's, Minor with the carry, about a 2-yard pickup.
Yeah, and that's a play that we see Winton Woods run a lot. Just that simple read option. Ellery's reading the defensive end to see who he's crashing down on, if he's reading him or reading the running back. Just a nice, simple, basic play. Gets him about 2 yards.
Clock moving. 1:11 left to go in the first quarter. Here's Ellery. Minor behind him.
Uh-oh.
Pulls it out of Minor's gut and keeps it. And he's all the way up to about the 46-yard line. We got an Eagle down. That's number 99 of the Eagles. That's Cameron Zaromsky.
Yeah, and here's hoping he's okay. Looks like he's in a lot of pain down there right now. Hopefully just a cramp. Milford definitely needs him to stay in the game.
Yeah, talking to Coach Tom Grippa before the game, he had big praise for this guy, among a few others.
Yeah, Zaromsky's their team leader in sacks with 5.5, so they're going to definitely need him in there. So I'm hoping that's just a cramp, because you don't want to see something like, you don't want to see anybody get hurt, but especially when it's one of your top echelon players, you don't want to see them go down.
Make it easy and convenient to order for pickup and delivery. Download the LaRosa's mobile app or order online at larosas.com.
Get a look there. Milford's student section well represented here tonight. They made the long drive from east out here.
Yeah, they've got a respectable crowd here tonight.
Yeah, I'm sure they know this is a big game too, so I'm sure they're out here to support their team.
Okay, so they're assisting this guy off the field. So here comes the Warriors offense now. This is where they like to score, right before the half.
Yeah, and you wonder if they're going to go right at the new defensive end. Yeah, you
I
wonder.
think down here to the near side, they're going to try to beat this guy flat out to the end zone.
Bounces
There's
it
Minor.
there
He
he
steps around a
goes.
tackle, and he's down the sideline before they get him shoved out of bounds. Looks like he's going to be shoved out on the Eagle 37-yard line.
Yeah, his name may be Minor, but he runs like a grown man, Jake, and that was a big run right there.
Clock moving down to 35 seconds left to go. If the Warriors, they got the tail in, they need to get some big yards so they can take advantage of this tail end. Spikes beats a guy. Spikes knocked out of bounds
and we got
on the Eagle 17-yard line.
And we got some laundry on the field near the end of that play. Take another look, a nice little screen pass there. Spikes just outruns one guy. He's got a nice block downfield. He takes a big hit along the sideline. And they're going to pull this one back. They're going to get a hold on that block downfield. So a great play by Spikes, and it's going to get canceled out.
First down and one. First and one.
It's an interesting down and distance.
Clock is moving. His clock's down to 11 seconds. They're not going to get this play off. 5 seconds.
They are going to get it off.
There's a play off, but Spikes can't get anywhere.
And more laundry.
Looks like they got another flag in there.
And more on Winton Woods.
So the clock's at zeros, and
Placed on the 38-yard line.
And once again, Jake, as I said in the open, Winton Woods can't keep shooting themselves in the foot, and that's 2 plays in a row now after a big gain. They have the a big catch there by Spikes, gets canceled out for a hold downfield, gives them a 1st and 1. Then literally the next play they get called for another hold, and it moves them back to 1st and 11. So Winton Woods again shooting themselves in the foot. They got to cut out the penalties if they want to win a big game like this.
Yeah, and they need to stay on the case because these officials seem to be pretty chummy with the opposing team before the game. It's almost like, oh, I ain't seen you in a long time. Okay, but anyway, at the end of the first quarter here from Frederick Stadium, we have a score of your Winton Woods Warriors 9 and the visiting Milford Eagles nothing. Here's Minor. No, he fakes the Minor. Ellery gets good yardage down to about the 27-yard line. So now they're going to call that the end of the first quarter. Switch into the field. That was an untimed play.
Yeah, you can't end the quarter on an offensive penalty, so that's why we had the one untimed down. But Ellery takes advantage of it and gains about 10, and it's going to be 2nd and 1 when we start the second quarter. Jake, so far so good for these Warriors on offense today. The defense is doing their thing. Offense is doing their thing, despite a couple of penalties where they're shooting themselves in the foot, but so far so good.
So far, long game. Of course, they're doing this without their big tackle, number 68, Demarion Stone. Like you said, I see him down there in street clothes.
Yeah, and he's got a big presence down there. That young man is a large individual. He's listed at 6'6", 315. He's also the center on the basketball team. I saw him play basketball a couple times this year. He's a big man, and he is not afraid to mix it up, so that's a big presence they're losing on the O-line tonight.
Ellery straight drop, looking to throw his ball, and it's going to be caught but out of bounds.
Pass was intended for number 3, Hayden Sanders.
Yeah, Sanders did a nice job to catch up to that ball. Ellery just led him a little too far to the left and out of bounds. Not much Sanders could have done there. Too far out of bounds to try to tap the toes, but nice effort either way.
It was a good effort. And 1.
Yeah, he just blows right by his defender, just to let him way too far out of bounds.
Yeah, and see this defender, number 5, Taj Price, 6'2", 170-pound senior. You know, I was told by Tom Gripper that he's a shutdown corner.
Yeah, Caden Sanders, apparently he took offense to that. He said, here, I'll show you what a shutdown corner looks like against me.
Well, now here come the Warriors. 4th and 2. See, this is where they need to pick up this first down.
Yeah, you don't want to give Milford momentum here.
Warriors call timeout. Come over here and see what Coach Chad Murphy's going to advise them for this play, 4th and 2.
Yeah, and that's a big timeout there because that leaves Winton Woods with only one timeout for the next almost 11 and a half minutes. So when we get late in the second quarter here, they're not going to be able to stop the clock very much. So that's a big timeout being called early on in the second. See if that comes back to haunt them late in the quarter.
This is a good spirited crowd. The Warriors side has got good spirits.
Yeah, I'm surprised there's not more people here tonight, actually. It's an absolutely picture-perfect late September night here in Forest Park.
Yeah, the weather is absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, you can't ask for much better for late September weather.
So here comes the Eagle offense on the field. 11:21 left to go in the half. Here's Harden, Austin Harden.
He's got a man. Uh-oh, there goes Spears. See ya.
Spears, touchdown. Winton Woods Warriors Casey Spears took it to the house around left end. Somebody must have got knocked backwards big time over there.
Yeah, we
there
take
should have
another
been
look.
someone right there in the picture, but no.
Yeah, Spears gets that pass. He's got nobody on him. He gets to the corner, outruns one guy, and just like a ball coming off of the bat of Joey Votto, he is gone.
Man, I thought. Okay, so here's Spears waiting for the point after. Dan Uma Dombele waiting to snap. The hold is down and the kick is up. That kick is good. So with 11:14 left to go here, we have a score of your Winton Woods Warriors 16 and the visiting Milford Eagles nothing.
Yeah, Dan the man, after missing that last extra point attempt, he wanted to make sure he left no doubt on that one. He absolutely drilled that one between the uprights.
He'll be all right. This is his first year kicking other than a soccer, and he's coming along just fine.
Oh yeah, he seems to be getting better every week with the games we've done. He's definitely getting better. Plus, he's only a junior. He's got another year of this next year, so he'll be lights out by next year.
It's a part of the game where the Warriors special teams could do themselves another solid. Hold these Eagles deep in their territory.
Yeah, and usually when you watch a football game, they always say you can't let another team's offense get rolling. Well, you don't want to let Winton Woods' defense get rolling because they are just going to start coming after you, and that's what we've seen so far. Milford's got to stem that tide if they want to stay in the game.
Yeah, they've been playing big time, flying to the ball defense tonight. Uma Dombele sticks his foot in it. He's gathered in at the 12. Straight north with the ball. They're chasing him from behind, and they get it thrown down at about his own 23-yard line.
Yeah, we take another look here. Tosh Price with that return. Winton Woods does a nice job forcing him to the outside, and they just have too much team speed, and they wrestle him down there. I believe that was number 25, Cameron Calhoun, on the stop.
35.
Oh, 35. That's Damone Smith.
So here's the Warrior defense out on the field with 11:06 left to go in the half. Trips left. Looking to throw. They got him flushed out of the pocket. They're chasing him down. He gets run out of bounds. Maybe picked up 8 yards, though.
Yeah, Harden just running for his life there. He had a couple of green jerseys looking to cause him some harm, and he just said, I'm going to duck out of bounds and live to play another play.
That's right.
Get another look here. That's number 6'7", Blue, came screaming off the edge, and he and a bunch of his buddies, they just force him to the sideline. And Harden does the smart thing and just ducks out of bounds. Here comes Blue
Harden
again.
looking to throw, but they're in on him. That's Kirsten Williams throwing him rudely down to the turf.
Yeah, and Winton Woods, they're just loading up. They're walking up. They're telling you, we're going to come right at you as we get another look. And Kirsten Williams just picks him up and absolutely brutalizes him to the ground. Winton Woods, they're not even hiding what they're doing on defense. They're walking up and saying, here we come, try to stop us. And so far, Milford's had trouble.
If the wrestling coach here at Winton Woods sees that move that Kirsten Williams just put on that guy, he's going to expect him out for the wrestling team.
He'll get some points for a takedown there.
Yep. Rolling to his left, but no, they're on him.
There we go again.
That's number 35 been in there.
Yeah, we get a look there. Cameron Jackson grabs on, and he's not letting go. He gets a little help there at the end from number 14, Kyron Oliver. And the Warrior defense, they are just coming after him, and Milford's having trouble keeping up with them up front. front seven wreaking havoc for the Warriors so far.
So the Eagles are going to be punting, 4th and 17. 9:36 left to go in the half. Looks like they're shuffling, get somebody out here. Yeah, you get somebody up there to block, because if they jailbreak this, high snap.
Oh, almost.
Just gets it off. This ball's going to roll out of bounds on the 37-yard line of the Eagles.
Yeah, the Warriors, they were coming after that one, the high snap. Does a good job just to get to it. And a couple Warriors almost got to that one. It takes a bounce, goes out of bounds. Warriors going to have great field position at about the 37 going in. And this is not what you want if you're Milford, to let Winton Woods get a quick field position on you, because they've already scored once with good field position. They do not need help so far tonight.
Coach Chad Murphy laying down the law to his offensive unit. He's going to send.
Here are some scores in the first quarter. Turpin, 17. Walnut Hills, nothing. In the second quarter, Anderson, 14. West Claremont, nothing.
So here we go. Whistle.
Timeout. Winton Woods.
When Woods calling timeout. Coach Murphy is beside himself with disgust over the way they had to burn that timeout here.
Yeah, you don't usually want to burn all three of your timeouts with still over 9 minutes to go in the second quarter, because you're not going to get any more until the third. So Chad Murphy, he is not happy about that one, but rather call a timeout than have to run a play that's not set up right.
That's correct.
Plus, if you're looking at it from the Mike March perspective, when he was the head coach of the then St. Louis Rams, why do I need the timeouts? He'll burn them all in the first quarter, and he'll feel nothing about it.
Here we go. When Woods, there's to give the spikes, but he's got a man that's taking him down at the goal line. Excuse me, at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, we take another look here. Spikes tries to bounce it outside, but an absolutely outstanding play by number 43, Nick Scally. The junior linebacker, he was not letting him bounce that one.
You see the Warriors, they're about to throw another pass here.
Oh,
Over
big
the
hit.
middle. Just couldn't hang on.
Yeah, we
Frazier
take
let it
another
get
look.
too close to his body. Bounced off the breastplate of his shoulder pad, I'm thinking.
Yeah, and Frazier took an absolute shot there as that ball left his chest after it hit him. You almost wonder, was he hearing footsteps there, because he absolutely got punished with that hit.
So 3rd and 10, 8:36. Ellery looking to throw this ball. Incomplete, out of bounds.
Yes.
Derek Lawson's. So what the Warriors are going to have to do is get a couple more passes complete, keep this defense honest.
Yeah, so far the passing game's been fairly effective, but on this drive it hasn't really done a whole lot, and they're going to have to go for it. They're way too deep for Dan the Man and a little too close for KC Spears to punt, so they're going to have to go for it here.
Oh, blocked. So this is where the Warriors special teams is going to have to execute a good punt, pin these guys deep. Yeah, that was good defense.
Yeah, that was, I believe that was the big defensive end there, got a paw on that ball. He had number 43, Nick Scally, coming off the edge, but I believe that was the defensive end got a hand up on that one.
Nick Scally, that's another one of Coach Grippa's buddies.
Watch the screen, there it is.
Well, Connie's still on his feet. Nice tackle by the Warrior defender.
Yeah, and that's the big battering ram out there. Number 2, Tofa Luani catches that little screen pass. Gets a nice block there by number 84. And Luani, he's got 11 touchdowns on the ground this season, and he shows you why. He's a big guy, but he can run. Tunnel screen.
Lorenzo Hudson on that tackle of Tofu Luani. Clock down to 7:56. 2nd and 10. 2nd and 7.
Yeah, Milford trying to change up the momentum here. They're going hurry up. Trying to change the pace up in here. It's working so far.
There's Luani. He's got a host of Warriors on him, but he's still on his
dragging
feet.
Guys. And
That's
we got
right.
a helmet and a flag.
See, they want to throw a flag, but if they would just blow a whistle, you know.
And a face mask.
See on the replay here, you know, everybody's on him. It's not really going to be able to get any further.
Yep, there it is right there. Yeah, that was number 23. Lorenzo Hudson came in at the last second and just straight up pushed his helmet right off via the face mask. And that's going to give the Eagles 15 more yards. And right now, the Warrior defense is shooting themselves in the foot. That's usually something we haven't seen much this season, but right now, they got to regroup and make sure they try and keep Milford to no points if you can help it, but 3 is better than 6 at this point if you're Winton Woods. You don't want to let Milford start getting momentum going.
Looking to throw this ball deep.
Oh!
Incomplete. That's number 25 on the coverage for the Warriors. Cam Calhoun.
Yeah, one Cam covering another. That was Cam Livingston, the receiver there, the intended target. Nice throw by Harden and a great effort by Livingston. He tried to go for the one-handed grab, just couldn't quite bring it in.
2nd and 10 now for the Eagles. Throws this ball over to the right.
Oh, hello!
That's number 7, Jermaine Matthews.
Yeah, we take another look here. Matthews comes flying up and bang. And you know, Reds fans, they hear Joey Votto still bangs. Jermaine Matthews still bangs too, and that was a big hit there.
That's going to be 3rd and 13 now.
And that was a
Clock
nice, clean
moving.
tackle.
Looking to throw. Ball's complete for a first down.
Yeah, the Milford offense is starting to cook a little bit here on this drive. Harden, he's staring the guy down the whole time, but he sees he's got to step on him. Hits him right in the stride. That's number 4, Luke Ray. And Ray picks up a huge first down for the Eagles.
1st and 10.
Uh-oh, wide
out of
open.
the gut, throws it over the middle. That's complete for a touchdown to the slot receiver, number 7, Reese Davis. Reese Davis, a 5'9", 165-pound sophomore.
Yeah, and Milford showing right here as we take another look. They're showing that this is why they're a good team. That had to be a blown coverage somewhere for Winton Woods because there was not a green jersey anywhere near Reese Davis. And he just goes in completely uncontested for that 6 points, and the Eagles are right on the board, and they're back in this game.
There's the hold down. The kick is up. And that kick is good. So with 6:15 left to go in the half, we have a score of your Winton Woods Warriors 16 and the visiting Milford Eagles 7. See on the Moore Air replay, he pulled that ball out of that guy's gut and fired it over the middle.
Yeah, that just had to be a blown coverage somewhere because there wasn't a green jersey near him on that play.
But this is where the Warriors are going to have to make sure they get the foot back on the gas pedal.
Yeah, and after that big fourth down stand by Milford on defense and they go right down the field and score, the Eagles are going to start building some momentum, and it's up to Winton Woods. Are you going to let it keep building, or are you going to squash it now and get back to doing what you've been doing this whole game? It's all up to Winton Woods right now.
Yeah, I don't like the way some of this momentum has been happening this year against the Warriors when they put it in cruise control.
Yeah, and old Mo's thinking about changing up residence here and going to that sideline over on the other side of the field, and it's up to Winton Woods to make sure they convince him to stay over here on the green side.
Mm-hmm. Kick is off. It's into the end zone.
Touchback. Winton Woods will start his possession. First down and 10 from their own 20-yard line.
That was a nice boot by number 80, Max Crawford, for Milford. Really drove that one downfield.
See the Warrior band matriculating their way over to the other side of the field to entertain the Eagles.
Yeah, here's hoping Milford gets distracted by that and they get a quick touchdown for the Warriors here.
Ellery gives. Minor picks up about 5 yards. Make that 6.
Yeah, just a quick, simple play there. Gets them about 5 or 6 yards. Makes it second manageable for Winton Woods.
The 2nd and 4 the Warriors. Ellery telling his old lineman what the snap count is going to be. Spears in motion. Ellery looking to throw this ball, straight drop.
He's got
over
him.
the middle.
He's got him. Yes, sir.
Caught. No flags on the field, so we see this ball is where the Warriors are going to set it down on the Eagle 39-yard line.
Yeah, and that's a play that we see a lot with Ellery at quarterback. He's got a very strong arm, an absolute howitzer. And he tells Spears, just go run downfield and I'll hit you. And that's exactly what happens here. He uncorks one, and Spears just runs under it for the big first down.
That's execution. That's what they practice.
That's the benefit of having a quarterback with a very strong arm like Ellery has.
Ellery's got Minor behind him. They got to keep moving this ball forward. Straight drop, deep throw again.
Lawson.
And there's Lawson. Incomplete. That's a flag. That's going to go against the Eagles this time.
I thought Lawson caught that. I honestly thought he brought that down.
.5:17 left to go in the half. See on the more air instant replay, Ellery just puts a lot of muscle to this throw. Plenty of air under it.
Lawson just about had that ball.
Riddick made a good adjustment to the ball too, but the defender, to his credit, made a respectable play to distract him.
Ball replaced on the 24-yard line.
See, this is where the Warriors got to make them pay, at least with a field goal here.
Absolutely, you got to start getting some points here since Milford's trying to get that momentum back. Winton Woods has got to go take it right back from them here.
Yeah, they need something for a score. There's a completion to the left flat. Nothing much happening.
Casey Spears takes the pass.
Yeah, nothing really happening there for Spears. He gets a couple of yards, maybe a yard or two. Not a whole lot he could have done on that one. There's too many white jerseys as soon as he caught that ball.
A gain of 1 on the play.
2nd and 9. Clock moving, 4:50 to go in the half. Coach Chad Murphy nervously pacing the sideline, knowing that he sent in a respectable play here. Ellery, the ball is nearly intercepted.
Ellery got real lucky on that one because that was going to be 6 the other way if he holds on to that one. That's number 44, Danny McCoy, and he was gone if he catches that ball.
We see on the more air replay where he jumped that route, just had cardboard hands.
Yeah, that's why he's playing linebacker and not wide receiver. We got all the tape on there. It's a little hard to close the hands around the ball sometimes. But
3rd and 9, this is where, Ellery, he might want to just go ahead and make a dash on his own.
Yeah, we've seen in the past Ellery's got some wheels when he wants to use them.
Great drop. Come on out with it, Ellery. See, he could have, if he'd have made up his mind, he could have picked up some yards. So it's going to be 4th down.
Number 15, Austin Ellery.
Yeah, we take another look here. Ellery, was a bad snap. He's able to get his hands on it. He's looking downfield. He's committed to the pass right up until about the time he gets to the line of scrimmage, and at that point he's got 2 Eagle defenders right there. He makes one miss, but he's not going anywhere after the second one there.
Yeah, that number 44, Danny McCoy, he was definitely spying Ellery, and he wasn't going anywhere but following Ellery.
No, that's just good film study by Milford. They knew Ellery can run, and they wanted to make sure he wasn't the one beating them.
4th and 10.
It's there, yes, sir.
Complete first down yardage. It's going to be in the neighborhood of, no, it's not going to be 1st and goal. They're calling it on the 11-yard line. 3:40 left to go in the half.
That was a great job by number 3, Caden Sanders, getting himself some separation there, getting a big first down for the Warriors. 4th and long, and he comes up huge.
Clock moving, 3:30 left to go here in the half.
Ball's placed on the 11-yard line. 1st and 10, Winton Woods.
Man in motion. Gives the minor, and he tried to hit the hole, but no, I don't think the Eagles are going for it this time. So it's going to be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, we get a shot there. Minor gets the handoff, and he's met by a whole flock of Eagles there. Not a whole lot he could have done there. There's just too many Eagles filling that hole.
No gain on the play.
Too many desperados in here tonight.
Tackle made by number 43.
Yeah, the Warrior offensive line, they really need to start imposing their will on that 3-man front of Milford. They haven't really done that yet tonight, but they've got to do it if they want to win this game.
Ellery turns and gives Minor.
Uh-oh.
No, Ellery's kept it.
Oh,
but he
hello.
can't get outside. Big hit. Clock's still running. This guy ran out of bounds.
Austin Ellery, the quarterback.
Yeah, Ellery with a grown man run right there as we take another look. The read option, he pulls it. He's trying to get to the outside. He's got a couple Eagle defenders getting there, and he lowers a shoulder, and he runs right through number 3, Bryce Burleson. Ellery not afraid to throw that shoulder out there.
That's right. 3rd and 5, 1:58 left to go in the half. Warriors have to have a score here.
Get outside, get outside, get
Right.
outside. Oh.
Can't get around the corner. They get him down at the 5-yard line.
Big defensive play there by number 2, Tofa Luani. As we take another look, Spike's trying to get that thing to the outside. Luani with great hustle there, drags him down. And that was a big-time play by a young man, only a sophomore.
So here comes the Warriors field goal team trying to put a boost on the scoreboard.
This is a little bit of a tough angle here. They're inside the 10, but they're on the hash mark. And yeah, it's a close field goal, but it's at a very tough angle. So let's see what Dan can do here.
Spears is going to be the holder. Hold is down. Kick is
Nailed
up.
it.
And that kick is good. So with 46 seconds left in the half here, we have a score of your Winton Woods Warriors 19 and the visiting Milford Eagles 7.
Milford
Yeah, and that's a big confidence-building kick there for Dan the Man. Every kick he makes, you can just tell his confidence is getting higher and higher. And for a guy who this is his first year playing football, and he has another year of eligibility next year, only a junior, that's big to have the confidence, just keep building and building.
Yeah, that's what you got to have if you're a kicker, you know. You know, they had a kicker last year, Fonjong Watchman, and he just kicked for 1 year, I'm thinking, and he did a respectable job for him.
Number 87, Dan Umbel, cleans the ball up on the 40-yard line.
46.7 seconds left to go in the half here.
Feed to the Eagles, number 8, Nathan Webster.
Yeah, the key here, if you're Winton Woods, you don't want to give up a big return here right before halftime. Got to make sure you keep them on their side of the field, preferably inside their own 30.
Yeah. They got to keep playing hard.
Yeah, 12-point lead. That's only 2 scores, so no room to take the foot off the gas yet if you're Winton Woods.
In over in, picked up on the 15. Round right in. He's trying to get to the corner, and the Warriors special teams are there.
Number 29, Sawyer Kopp. Takes the kickoff.
That's a very nice job by the kick team. Kept him inside the 25. Kopp couldn't go very far. It's a great job as we take another look. Kopp trying to find a lane. There's a green jersey every lane he sees, and he's finally just wrestled down. That was a nice play by number 12, Antonio Turner Jr. So Winton Woods does exactly what they needed to do on that kickoff. They keep them at the 25-yard line on their own side of the field. So they got about 75 yards to go for a score now.
Here comes the Eagles. And they're going to be in on him for a sack.
Quarterback, number 9, Austin Harden. Sacked well behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I think that was actually supposed to be a read option, but Winton Woods snuffed that thing out. And that was number 14, Kyron Oliver. He had the quarterback in his sights, and he wasn't letting Harden go anywhere there. A huge loss on that play.
Clock moving. 13-12.
By number 14, Kyron Oliver.
8. I don't think the Eagles are going to get another snap off before the half. And they're walking off the field.
That's the end of the first
Double
half.
zeros here from Frederick Stadium. So we have a score here of your Winton Woods Warriors 19 and the visiting Eagles of Milford 7. Waycross Community Media will be back with more after halftime.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Ohio. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and the Ohio Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Hi, I'm Bob Hoying. The life lessons that interscholastic athletics can teach kids are so much more important than wins and losses, and will stay with them long after their playing days are over. Discipline, teamwork, sportsmanship, integrity, getting along with others, and overcoming adversity can all be learned through school sports. The lessons that these student athletes learn through sports today will help them be prepared for wins and losses of life tomorrow.
This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association.
Let's take a time out to talk about educational athletics. That means the school sports are an extension of the classroom. Student athletes earn the privilege of participation in sports by succeeding during the school day first, before they put on the team uniform after. Student athletes prove that with better attendance records, higher GPAs, and fewer discipline issues than non-student athletes. That's what it means to be a part of the Ohio High School Athletic Association.
This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. There's just one place where a team is more than a group of individual agendas. It's a catalyst for demonstrating the potential of the collaborative spirit. There's just one place where players, coaches, and fans experience the exhilaration that happens when an entire community rallies behind the school team. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. In addition, high school sports help young people in Ohio develop the discipline and confidence they need to be leaders in life, even as they unite communities like nothing else. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and the Ohio Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
I saw her the whole summer. She been fighting niggas.
Let's hear it for our combined bands. The final selection of the combined bands will be from the Jungle Book. You'll recognize the Bear Necessities. this year's halftime performance. We open our show with the fun dance song from 2008. Here is Silly Ladies. This 2021 halftime show features the great pop hits from American singer and actress Beyonce. Our next tune, Crazy in Love, was released in 2001 and features Jay-Z. Switching up styles, here is Beyonce's upbeat R&B sound with Love on Top, released in 2001. Closing out this portion of the show, we will be closing with Beyonce's 2008 power ballad, Halo, reviewed from trombone soloist Colin Sullivan. Panthers. Winton High School color guard is led by Captain Milford.
Hi, I'm Beanie Wells. Whatever the sport, wherever it's played, there's one thing that student athletes, coaches, and fans can all share: sportsmanship. The Ohio High School Athletic Association Respect the Game campaign reminds us that school sports are so much more than wins and losses. On behalf of the OHSAA, let's all do our part to make school sports a fun, positive, and rewarding experience that student athletes will remember for a lifetime. Every game, every time, let's all respect the game.
This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association.
Let's take a time out to talk about educational athletics. That means that school sports are an extension of the classroom. Student athletes earn the privilege of participation in sports by succeeding during the school day first before they put on the team uniform later. Student athletes prove that with better attendance records, higher GPAs, and fewer discipline issues than non-student athletes. That's what it means to be a part of the Ohio High School Athletic Association.
Welcome to the second half of tonight's football game from Frederick Stadium, campus of Winton Woods High School, Forest Park, Ohio, where we have a score of your Winton Woods Warriors 19 and the visiting Milford Eagles 7. So, yesterday I was over here. They had soccer, boys soccer. I think they was playing Loveland, but I think the AD double booked the field, and so while the boys were playing, there was girls from some teams showing up for their game. But I guess they got that straightened out. What have you decided? What have you seen in the first half of this game that you want to tell the fans, Sean?
Well, as we talked about in the opening, the Winton Woods defense, they are just doing their thing, Jake. Looking at the yardage for the game, a very good running team from Milford, a team that had over 450 yards on the ground last week alone. You know how many they've had tonight, Jake? Negative 25. That Winton Woods defense is absolutely smothering that run game. They've only allowed 16 yards. You heard me right, 16, 1-6.
And I don't think they were sweet either.
No. And Winton Woods, on the other hand, they've gone more to the pass game today. Usually their run game is what they go with, but today they've only had 16 carries for 35 yards. But Ellery's had 166 through the air, and that's 201 as a total. And if you look at the run game for Milford, speaking of how they're usually a very tough running team, their leading rusher right now is Tofa Luani. He has 1 carry for 3 yards. Then you have Natwan Webster, has 4 carries for -1. And Austin Harden, the quarterback, has 7 carries for -27, but a lot of that comes from the multiple sacks that this defense has been able to get.
Well, that's what the defense needs to do, is keep this pressure on. In the second half of this game, the Warriors intend to do more of the same to these Eagles. Now, the ECC has morphed into a mighty conference this year, and the Warriors want to be well in the mix when the timepiece hits 000 tonight. So we see special teams getting ready. The Eagles are about to kick this ball off to the Warriors. Special teams will be heading from our left to right toward the south end zone.
And Winton Woods has been lights out on all sides of the ball, offense, defense, and even the special teams has been outstanding tonight. Well, let's see if they can keep that up here in the second half, because it's easy to go into the locker room with a lead and come back out and have a little bit of that momentum taken away from you. Let's see if Coach Murphy is able to keep these guys focused on this game.
And the kick is up. It's a low kick, and it's going to find its way into the north end zone here at Frederick Stadium.
Ball placed on the 20-yard line. Winton Woods.
Sean, I was talking to Coach Winfield Franklin at halftime, and I'm told that he's the head coach of the 7th and 8th grade team here of the Warriors, and I'm told that these guys are undefeated, and they play here at home this Wednesday versus Milford. Now these guys deserve the support of Warrior Nation too. So that's this Wednesday, playing Milford, as we see the Warrior offense start the second half. There's Minor, but he can't get it going, and they knock him down. No gain on the play.
Yeah, Minor tried to bounce that one to the outside. He got held up and then lowered the boom there by the Milford defense. It wasn't so much a tackle so much as he just kind of hand-checked him to the ground, but a nice job of reading and reacting by the Eagle defense.
Warriors got to get out their own end zone. There's some give, and Spikes just can't find much. Got this ball about to the 25-yard line where it'll be third down.
And this has been kind of a shock this whole game so far. Winton Wood's run game, which is usually pretty powerful, they haven't been able to do a whole lot tonight. It's really been the passing game so far in this one, and even on this first drive, they've only got about 4 or 5 yards on the ground. So it'll be interesting to see what they decide to do here, because Milford's run defense has been pretty stout.
3rd and 5, this pass
Nice
is
catch.
caught, but it's going to be close to a first down. We'll have to see. It may have to measure.
That was a nice catch there by number 12, Antonio Turner Jr. Left his feet, went out and laid out and got to it. They're going to say he was just a bit shy of that first down marker.
4th and less than a yard. The Warriors are going to go ahead and kick this ball.
And honestly, looking at that review, it almost looks like that ball might have hit the ground, but in high school you don't have review, so nothing Milford can do about that one, but you can say, hey, we don't think he caught it, but nothing they can do. Take another look. He might have gotten a hand under it. You can't really tell from that angle. That play would probably stand if this was college or NFL when they can review.
Clock moving, 10 minutes left to go in the 3rd quarter. Warriors special teams, they got Kirsten Williams back there, protector for this punter. And Woods delayed game here. Now they're moving backward.
Yeah, not really a strong start to the first drive of the second half of the Warriors. Just they get up to the first down marker, just a little shy of it, and then you get a 5-yard penalty, and now it's 4th and medium.
Eagles are standing on their 35-yard line awaiting this kick. 9:37 left in the 3rd quarter. Low kick. Touches up on, takes a nice Warrior roll. It's down to the 25 of the Eagles. And it's going to lay up on the 24-yard line. Excuse me, the Eagles.
Ball is down on the 24-yard
And Casey Spears, he already had that one big catch earlier tonight. He's a good punter, too. He can put that boot to the ball. We've seen that time in and time again out here. He can really boot that ball.
Yeah, I think the Warriors have played respectable special teams this year from the very beginning.
That punt was 52
Yeah, the Warriors don't beat themselves very often. And that's on all sides of the ball. Offensively, they can get into some penalty trouble, but defensively and special teams, they don't beat themselves very often.
There's a give inside. That's number 8, Natwan Webster. Hard to bring down by just one guy.
Yeah, we get another look there. Goes right up the middle, a couple arm tackles. He runs right through. Gets very close to that first down marker, and that's going to get him to positive yardage on the game. He had -1 yard coming into that drive or that play. And that'll get him into positive yardage for the game now.
So they're calling it 2nd and 3. Austin Harden looking over to Tom Grippa for the play. Got Webster back there. Oh! There's a big hit.
What a pop there by the Winton Woods defense. Roughly separates his man from the ball there as we get another look. The read option throws. And that's a big hit there by number 21, Mike Middleton Jr.
Mike Middleton Jr., his dad is on the coaching staff here. His dad was on the coaching staff for a few years with Coach Andre Parker. Third 3. Looking to throw, straight drop. Incomplete over the middle. No flags.
Yeah, that was just downright good coverage there by Winton Woods. Every receiver was covered. They had a green jersey right in their pocket the whole way. There was nowhere Harden could have gone with that ball. Fortunately for Milford, it just falls harmlessly to the ground and it brings up 4th down.
43. It's like Spikes is running off the field because so they send Matthews, number 7, back there. Jermaine Matthews. Matthews picks it up. Avoids the tackle. Now he's around right in. He's up to the 40, across the 50. Into territory. Cuts across field. And no one's going to catch him. Touchdown, Winwood Warriors. Special teams is doing the thing tonight.
I don't know if doctors make house calls anymore, Jake, but Jermaine Matthews Jr. just made one.
He sure did.
Outstanding play here. Matthews catches it off the bounce, makes his man miss, gets some blocks there, and he's got a convoy of green jerseys, and now it's just a foot race, and Jermaine Matthews Jr. is not going to lose that one, and he has taken that one to the blue end zone. Good night, and there are 6 points on the board.
So we see the Warriors attempting this point after. Dan Dumbele. With Spears is the holder. The hold is down, and the kick is up. And that kick is good. So, with 8:30 left to go here in the 3rd quarter, we have a score of your Winton Woods Warriors 26 and the Milford Eagles 7.
Winton Woods, that was their 2nd big special teams play of the game. We had that one back in the 1st quarter with the forced fumble by Casey Spears that he almost took to the house. Then we get another look here, Jermaine Matthews Jr. with that punt return. So they came very close to having 2 house calls on special teams tonight, Jake.
They need to take advantage. That's what they need, is they need to keep winning. And if they can win big, that would be even better.
Yeah, that'll definitely be a confidence booster. That would make it 3 wins in a row if Winton Woods can hold on to win this one. And that would be a big win and a big feather in the cap, taking on a team that previously had not lost a conference game coming into this game as Milford has, coming in 3-0 in the ECC. So that would be a big win for Winton Woods. They got to make sure they don't take that foot off the gas pedal because there's still plenty of time in this one for Milford to come back.
Okay, so Dan Dumbele has his special teams unit out there, ready to address this kickoff to the visiting Eagles. Kick is up and it's low. It's going to be dropped, picked up on the 9. And they got him hammered down on his own 19-yard line.
An interesting end of that play there. That was number 45 for Milford, Connor Stitt. He almost, it appears like he blocked the Winton Woods player into the ball carrier and almost helped him make the tackle. I'm sure that wasn't his intent, but the way he blocked the Winton Woods defender there, he almost made the tackle for him. As we take another look.
This is where you're going to see the effect of this team being coached by Tom Grippa. At the beginning of the game, everybody seemed like they play with their hair on fire for him. That ball's out on the floor. But luckily, this Desperado is able to pick it up.
Yeah, I think Winton Woods is starting to affect the psyche of Harden here. Harden, he's a junior, so he's not a young guy, but he still has another year left of high school. But he's definitely, to use the phrase that Sam Darnold used with the New York Jets, he's definitely seems like he's starting to see ghosts out there with this Winton Woods defense, because he's getting a little spooked behind the center.
Well, this boogeyman
Second
season.
down, 15 for the Eagles.
So Eagles got trips left. Clock moving, 7:37. Straight drop. Pass incomplete.
Pass was intended for number 2.
That's just bad luck there for Milford. Jeremiah Anderson, number 1 for Winton Woods. He fell down. His man was left wide open. Harden's pass was just too far behind him, and it goes out of bounds. So harmlessly falls to the ground and brings up 3rd and long.
3rd and 15. This is where the Warriors defense will not do you any favors.
Oak Hills, nothing. Excuse me, Oak Hills 7.
Got a loose shoe there for the Warriors.
48-7, Princeton over Oak Hills.
So sounds like our friend Andre Parker laying the wood to Oak Hills tonight with his Princeton Vikings.
Yeah, we were looking at halftime, Jake. Princeton up 41-7 in the second quarter on Oak Hills. And we got a couple other local scores while we have a minute. The St. X Bombers, they're in an absolute dogfight right now with their arch rival Elder, 21-14 in the second. LaSalle's only up by 1 on Moeller. That's a 7-6 score. The Coleraine Cardinals, another team of local interest, is up 7-6 on Middletown at half. Northwest is trailing 16-14 to the Ross Rams. And just for me, my Roger Bacon Spartans on homecoming are up 42-0 on Norwood.
Pass is thrown incomplete down the far sideline.
Pass was intended for number 4.
So we got a lot of close games tonight. A couple blowouts. You know, those GCL conference games are throw out the record.
Yeah, those 4 teams, it doesn't matter what the records are. When those 4 teams play each other, it's a drop-down, drag-out fight every week.
Yep.
You can be winless, and if you're playing a conference rival, it's a big-time game, and you're up for it.
Okay, so the Eagles decided to take a short kick, and that's only going to make it about as far as the 32-yard line, if that.
Yeah, that kick is not going to help out Milford at all. That ball looks like it caught the side of his foot and goes straight out of bounds. That's going to give the Warriors outstanding field position as we get another look. Looks like he caught it right off the outside of his foot. End over end punt just goes right out of bounds. That is not what you need if you're Milford right now.
29-yard line.
That punt was a 15-yard punt. 15-yard punt. First and 10 Warriors.
Turns again, spikes
There
straight
goes.
up the middle.
See ya.
Spikes through an arm tackle into the end zone. Touchdown, Winton Woods Warriors.
And that's just another simple case of you cannot let Winton Woods get momentum because they will bury you. Spikes gets that ball, goes right up the middle. Might have broken arm tackle or 2 there, but he is off to the races, and that's some track star speed right there. Nobody's going to catch him. We get another look. Great blocking up front. Spike splits 2 defenders, and there's not a white jersey for days. Nothing but pay dirt in front of him. And Spikes is going to make sure he adds his 6 points to this game as well.
So 7:09 left in the third quarter. Dan Obadomale here to put the point after to it. Spears with the hold. And the hold is down. The kick is up. And that kick is good. So with 7:09 left to go in the third quarter, we have a score of your Winton Woods Warriors 33 and the visiting Eagles 7.
What a block there by number 70 for Winton Woods. That is Jalen Gooding. That was an outstanding block. He's actually taken 2 Eagles out of the play on that block, and that helped spring that one. And Jake, you know me, I love some good O-line play. I love to see when the big boys are doing their thing up front.
Yeah, well, if Jalen Gooding put it to him, Jalen Gooding, you know, that's a 6 foot, 305-pound junior, so he'll be back next year.
Yeah, Winton Woods has got some good size on that O-line, and they're starting to impose their will as this game's going on. Milford might be getting a little tired. And they're going to let Winton Woods just start leaning on them up front. When you got the big 300-pounders up there, you don't want to be leaned on.
You know, I just overheard public address announcer Kid Chills in the next room, and he indicated where I believe it was St. X was down.
That's a shocker. St. X is the number 9 team in the country right now. But once again, the records go out the window when you're playing your arch rival.
Number 5, Taj Price is deep for the Eagles.
Dan, this kick is up. Grabbed on the 7-yard line by the Eagles. Straight north with the ball. He can't make the tackle. And they finally get him hauled down on the Eagle 47-yard line. 2 weeks in a row where Dan Umadumbele had to make a attempt at a saving tackle. Of course, he was successful this week. Yeah,
Big
nice
hit.
tackle.
Yeah, that was a big hit there by number 8, Tajay Frazier. Winton Woods, they give up a big return there, but a nice effort there by Taj Price from Milford. He's making sure he's going to try and keep the Eagles in this game and not let them get down on themselves.
Rolling to his left, this pass was thrown off
shot.
fingertips, incomplete.
Yeah, and that's Winton Woods' star defensive back, Cameron Calhoun. He comes by and just swats that one right away. Big defensive play by the secondary.
No, 2nd down and 10.
Here he comes.
Here they come. He got away. He throws his ball. It's caught. He's still on his feet. No, they called him out of bounds. Looks like he's going to be marked out of bounds on the Warrior 38-yard line.
Yeah, this is a great heads-up play by Harden. He's got all kinds of green jerseys coming. He's just running for his life, trying to make something happen. He finds his receiver. That's number 4, Luke Ray. And Ray steps out of bounds right there.
Yep.
And for the Warriors, it's a good thing he did because he was gone if he stayed in bounds.
Straight drop, throwing this ball down the far sideline. This ball is incomplete, nearly intercepted by the Warrior defender. What, they're calling that complete? Let's see on the replay. Next thing, was he even in bounds?
They're going to say he caught it. Well, from that
I don't
view,
see how he
can't
could have
tell.
been in bounds and catch up.
Yeah, no fault by Matthews there. That was tight coverage. That was just an even better catch by Luke Ray. From that view we have, let's take a look here as we're further away. Good coverage by Matthews. Ray's got it. There's 1. There's 2. He did.
Yeah, that's his catch.
Yeah, he only needs 1, but he actually ended up getting 2 in, so
Eagles
that's a
break
good
the
catch.
huddle.
Wildcat.
There's number 8 with the ball, but he's dragged down by number 4.
Penalty flag on the field.
That's J. Ron Gibson on the tackle in the backfield. That's number 8, Natwan Webster, trying to get up the street.
Too many men on the field for Winton Woods.
And that's going to be 5 more.
5-yard penalty.
Warriors tried to have 12 guys out there to stop it. That might be why it got ended so quick. But
Okay, so the Eagles break the huddle. They're up on the ball. Full backfield. Direct snap to number 8. And he's still on his feet. And they're going to have him down short of the goal line. That's Natwan Webster, 225-pounder.
actually, that was number 2, Tofa Luani. Goes with the Wildcat there. And that, as we were talking earlier, Jake, he's an absolute battering ram, 6'2", 245. So you want to give it to him around the goal line, and that's what they're going to keep doing.
Okay, direct snap to him again, Tofa
Nice
Luani,
stop.
but they got him down. So it's going to be 3rd down.
That's what you got to do if you're Winton Woods' defense in this situation with a big guy like Luani. you got to make him go east and west, because if he goes north and south, he's just going to lower his shoulder and go through you. You got to make him string it out to the outside, and that's a great job there by the Warrior defense.
Okay, so here comes the Eagles again. Ball hits the ground, and they're in on it, but he's still muscling. And that ball is going to get forced into the end zone this time for a touchdown for the Milford Eagles.
I am not entirely sure how that play ended up as a touchdown.
Because the officials don't want to blow the whistle.
Yeah, get another look. There's a low snap. I mean, from the get-go, this play should have been blown up in the backfield, but Luani's a big kid. He just keeps those legs on drive, and he gets some help from his offensive line pushing him forward. And somehow the terrible, we got a loose ball.
Try two-point conversion, and that two-point conversion is going to be broken up. So with 5:07 left to go in the third quarter, we have a score of your Winton Woods Warriors 33 and the visiting Milford Eagles 13.
Yeah, that almost looks like that was a bad snap. That doesn't look like it was a design play. It's like the ball got caught on the ground trying to snap it, and they just tried to make something out of nothing. And that's one of those, as a holder, you're yelling fire, trying to tell everybody you need to go run routes, but they got very lucky that ball didn't get picked off, because there was a couple of green jerseys right there when that ball was in the air. But either way, still a 20-point lead for the Warriors.
Well, it's good a couple weeks in a row now see them scoring on offense.
Yeah, for as slow as the Winton Woods offense was starting off the season this year, they've definitely hit their stride the last couple of weeks. They put up 44 last week. They got 33 this week. The Warrior offense is definitely starting to get a feel for the new offense they're running this year. None too soon. We're over halfway through the season. If you're looking to make a playoff push, you need to get it going now.
Yeah, because now they're in a position where they can sneak up on people now. Everyone's kind of looking at them like they're way in the rearview mirror. But these teams that are ahead of them in the standings are not leaps and bounds ahead of them in personnel.
No, the only team that they've lost to in the conference was Kings in a very tight 1-point loss. But they were right in the thick of things here in the ECC standings.
So that kick is off. It's going to be picked up on the 10-yard line. Coming this way, Spikes trying to get to the edge, but they got him thrown down. Looks like he's going to make it to his own 28-yard line, 26-yard line here.
Yeah, nice little return there by Spears. Tries to get to the outside. He outruns a couple Eagles, but he's stopped by a couple white jerseys there as he tries to get to the sideline.
Down for Milford. First and 10, Winton Woods from their 27-yard line.
Looks like Ellery is out of the game now. Now they got Logan Lawson in there, quarterback.
Yeah, we saw Lawson in the game against Kings, and he can throw and run, so it'll be interesting to see what they decide to do here.
Yep.
There
Fresh legs, too, but he picks up about 3 yards, and that's it.
Number 17, Logan Lawson.
Yeah, but going back to what we were talking about before with Winton Woods being right in the thick of things here, they're currently 5th place in the ECC, but they're in a 3-way tie for 3rd with Turpin and Anderson, both of whom they have not played yet this season. So they could jump up. Milford's in 2nd. They're 3-0 in the conference, but if they lose this game, that'll drop them, and Winton Woods would hold the tiebreaker. So Winton Woods could potentially be looking at 2nd place in the ECC this season.
Okay, so there's Lawson with the give, straight up the middle with the carry. A little bit short of a first down, maybe about 2 yards.
Number 20, James Minor III.
Minor runs over his own blocker there and gets a couple.
On the stop is number 55.
So 3rd and 3. Lawson may have to take it himself. Gives inside, but Minor picks up the first down, still on his feet.
Yeah, that read option play that Winton Woods loves to run, gives it to Minor. Minor drags the defender just enough for that first down, and at this point, you want to start chewing some clock if you're Winton Woods.
That's right. It's time for that clock-eating drive. Down to 3:47. 1st and 10. Lawson
what a
gives.
move.
Nice block, Lawson.
And we got some laundry.
So it looks like the Warriors will pick up a yard on that play.
And they're going to lose some.
Penalty on the Warriors, holding.
Minor just breaking ankles on that juke move there, but the play's not going to stand. It's going to end up being a hold against Winton Woods. Quick, nifty move there by Minor. That sends number 82, James Crouch, to his backside with that nice move.
This first down and 19, you see Logan Lawson looking over toward the sideline. Spears in motion. There's a give to Spikes, but can't get much. Flag on the play.
There's something we haven't heard in about 20 seconds.
On the slot, number 15, Jacob Smith. Penalty flag on the play.
Holding against the Warriors. 3 minutes left to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, we're going to have first and forever after that holding play, a holding call. It's a nice job by Spikes to dance around and make a couple guys miss, but all for naught as they're going to lose 10 yards on the holding penalty.
After the 10-yard penalty, it is first down and 26.
First and 26 for the Warriors.
For the first down.
Logan Lawson gives it off to Spikes. He's hit hard.
Spikes.
The initial line of defenders might have picked up 4 or 5 yards, but he took a big hit.
Yeah, he hit that hole hard. As we take another look, he reads the hole, he's got one there, breaks a tackle, and he gets absolutely dumped on his head. Fortunately, he's okay. Anytime you get dumped on your head in football or any other sport for that matter, it's always a little concerning, but he hopped right up, and that's a good thing.
Here's Lawson. He's got the snap. Gives it inside to Spikes. Spikes is able to muscle through there for a couple of tough yards.
Yeah, we take another look here. Spikes has nowhere really to go. Milford's loading up the box. They know Winton Woods isn't about to put the ball in the air with a 20-point lead. So at this point with the run game for Winton Woods, you got to concede the fact that you're probably not going to get a whole lot of big gains for the rest of the game unless Milford starts getting back in it and you got to put the ball in the air. But at this point, Winton Woods, they're just looking to chew clock.
With the clock down to 1:38 in the third quarter. Lawson, straight drop, throws this ball to the near sideline. Incomplete, just over the outstretched hands of his receiver.
And they immediately proved me wrong by going to the air, but in that situation, third and 15, now it's fourth down. 3rd and 15, you pretty much have to throw the ball if you want to get anywhere near the first down marker. But
yeah, somebody probably told Lawson, we got you in the game, but we don't want you to run because there's many snaps he would have ran by now. So looks like the Eagles got a couple guys standing on their 30 waiting this kick.
They're coming after it.
Kick is high and short. It's going to touch about the 45. Warriors get to touching that ball, and that's going to be down on the Eagle 48-yard line. Just short of midfield.
Yeah, pretty decent field position for the Eagles, and if they're going to get back in this game, they need to start scoring and scoring in a hurry with only 1:17 to go in the third. So that's good field position for them, but they got to really start putting the pedal to the metal if they want to start getting points in a hurry.
Well, the Warrior defense Must have saw film on this sophomore Tofa Luani, because he's had very little noise tonight.
Yeah, he makes a lot of his proverbial money, obviously not real money since he's in high school, but he makes his money.
Oh! That ball's intercepted. There's Kirsten Williams with the pick, and he's down to the Eagle 37-yard line. Kirsten Williams, happy as a lark, over to the sideline. That's Mr. Number 9.
Yeah, Kirsten Williams, he just steps up right in the middle of the field, and Harden hits him right in the chest with it. Unfortunately for Harden, he's wearing a green jersey, not a white one, as we take another look. He's under pressure, throws. His receiver stopped running. I think that was the problem.
That's
Williams
what
is
happened.
standing right there. That's number 81, Cam Livingston. He just stopped his route, and that gave Kirsten Williams a completely uncontested interception.
It sure did. But I'm sure he'll take it. Warriors offense on the field. 1:07 left to go in the third quarter. Ball on the Eagle 38-yard line. Lawson gives inside through the first line of defenders, and nice gain all the way down to the 30-yard line there.
Yeah, Minor does a nice job getting a pretty decent gain there. You're going to call that a gain of 7. Just gets the ball up the middle. He's shifty. He can make you miss. And he does a nice job to get those 7 yards. Keep that clock right on moving.
2nd and 3. 37 seconds left to go in the half. Lawson gives inside, but the Eagles are all over him.
Number 17, Logan Lawson.
Yeah, Lawson tried to go and pull that one for the read option and take it himself, but there was no room to run off the edge there. There was a good 4 or 5 white jerseys waiting on him when he pulled that ball, and that goes backwards.
So the clock is ticking down. We're 10 seconds left to go here in the third quarter.
Please buy those split the pot tickets. Please buy those split the pot tickets.
And so that's going to do it for the third quarter here from Frederick Stadium, where we have a score of your Winton Woods Warriors 33 and the visiting Eagles of Milford 13.
Yeah, the Warriors are just looking to put this one on ice now, Jake. They got 12 minutes between them and a huge conference victory.
They're going to probably put some clean shirts in the game. I'd like to see that number 16 in the game. We saw him in the game not too long ago.
Oh yeah, Mr. Sanders, number 16, Caleb Sanders. He had a big night, though. A couple plays he got in last week.
Yeah.
That young man's got some wheels.
Caleb Sanders, this is these other opponents, future opponents like Turpin and Anderson. They got to see films of this Caleb Sanders, so it gives them more to think about.
Yeah, Winton Woods has both of them coming up, and as I mentioned earlier, these are two teams that they're tied for third place with in the conference right now. So you want to give them as many different looks as you can to make them have a lot of things to worry about.
Of course, the Warriors, my guess is they're going to be going on a pretty good road trip the rest of the season. Waycross won't be here covering them unless they make the playoffs.
Yeah, we're going to be doing a lot of Northwest games for the foreseeable future for Waycross. Our producer Tony says we also have one Coleraine game in there as well. We've been informed that Coleraine game is going to be against a very good Lakota West team, so that'll be a very good game. People should tune in to watch that one as well.
4th and 3.
Equipment malfunction there for Winton Woods.
A few more yards, they can get in field goal range. There's the give. Runs through a tackle in the backfield, but they got him stopped the line of scrimmage. That's going to make it 4th down and 3.
We'll get a look there. It was a nice little play there by Minor. That's why they teach you to get the knees high when you're running, because he broke right through an arm tackle, just stepped right over it, and that's why you do those drills as a running back. Unfortunately, not quite enough for the first down, and the Eagles will take over on downs.
See Coach Chad Murphy just kind of patiently pacing the sidelines. He doesn't seem like he's got a lot of urgency in his body language. We see number 8 with the carry trying to get around left end.
Yeah, Coach Murphy's got to be happy with the effort that his team's given on all 3 phases of the game, offense, defense, and special teams. There's another great job by the Warrior defense to string one out and only give up a couple of yards.
The Warrior Nation giving a lot of support to their team. The cheerleaders are down there. The cheerleaders was line dancing before the game.
And a great night forward as well. They had the middle school band students from Winton Woods Middle School here playing with the high school kids, so big night for Winton Woods.
Eagles can't make it happen trying to go around left end. Clock moving. You see a couple of these Warrior fans headed for the exits.
Yeah, I'm sure they're thinking that their Warriors have got this one well in hand. This defense, knock on wood, since they have already given up those 2 scores, but knock on wood, they've only given up an average of 2 scores a game on defense, and that didn't even start until the 3rd game of the season.
Back to throw over the middle. This ball is incomplete.
Passes intended for number 81, Cam Livingston.
That's number 81, Cam Livingston, 6'1", 165-pound junior.
And another very quick 3 and out by the Warrior defense. That's going to bring on the Milford punt team.
Yeah, it's 4th and 7.
They got Matthews back deep for the Warriors, and we know what happened the last time he touched the ball on special teams. He took one to the house, and you know he's looking to do it again, Jake.
Yeah, I hope he does. Matthews. Kick is off.
Nice kick.
It's gonna be over his head. He's gonna get away from it. And the Eagles are gonna down it on the Warrior 15-yard line, where the Warriors have put it in gear.
Yeah, it looks like the Warriors are going to keep Lawson in the game at quarterback, so no Sanders on this drive, so we're going to keep seeing Lawson.
Ball placed on the 15-yard line. First and 10.
There you get a live shot there, the home side. There's been a lot of people cleared out. Guess they got a lot of faith in the Warriors that they'll put this one away.
Fairfield in the 3rd quarter leads 20-15 over Hamilton.
Oh, there we are, Jake. Everybody.
Oh, hello. Okay, so here's the Warriors, Logan Lawson. Wants to put some points on the board to get him some respect. There's a give, but they're going to force him outside on the stretch.
And not a whole lot that Minor could do on that one. Milford did a great job of stringing that one out and just made him go to the sideline. Plus, it stops the clock, which Winton Woods didn't want to have happen there, so that helps Milford out a little bit. But they're going to need a lot of help if they want to get back in this one.
No gain on the play. No gain.
Yeah, well, they got to tell this guy, don't run out of bounds.
Yeah, this is the time of the game where you're running between the tackles and telling them, do not go near that sideline.
And see, the Warriors, they got to be careful because they're basically in the shadow of their end zone, and anything sloppy could end up being disgusting.
Yeah, you don't want to give up a cheapie.
Tyreek Spikes takes the ball in the 5 yards. To the
Yeah, I mean, I think the Warriors in this position sort of like college basketball to an extent where they got to beat people bad and run up the score.
It's got to pass the eye test for the Harbin rankings. If they want to try and potentially get a home playoff game in the first round, they got to make sure that they're making it look good.
We're so sorry. They're just being so.
There's Spikes again.
Nice block.
He's got a blocker in front of him.
it's
He's down
coming
the far sideline. He's going to pass this guy. And he's into Eagle territory on their 43-yard line. No flags on the field.
Yeah, we got a hold. I'm guessing we got a hold. This one's going to be coming back.
Oh, we do have a flag.
Yeah, we had a great run there by Spikes, but all for naught. This one's going to be coming back, and it's got a hold on number 20. That's Minor. Get another look
See
here.
on the more air replay where, Spikes, to his credit, he's motoring with this ball.
Yeah. Minor just got a little bit too aggressive there and came down with a headlock, and that's going to bring that one back.
Ball placed on the 12-yard line.
Oh, 8:34, third and 12. Lawson looking to throw. No, he takes it down. He's going to run, but he doesn't get that much. They got him tackled on the 20-yard line.
Yeah, looks like a design QB draw there. Lawson is a throwing threat, but he's going to pull up there and just tuck it. He outruns a couple. He lowers the shoulder. He's a big guy, runs through him. Just too many yards to go, and he can't pick it up, and that's going to bring out the Winton Woods punt team.
At 67, Reagan Scholes. 4th and 6 for the Warriors.
4th and 6. Eagles standing on their 45, 48-yard line awaiting this.
Number 4, Luke Ray. Number 29, Sawyer Cox.
Let's see what young KC Spears can do with this punt.
Punting is number 26, KC Spears for the Warriors.
Nice.
Kick is up. Nice kick. It's going to touch up and still rolling around where the Warriors down it on the 33-yard line of the Eagles.
Yeah, I like these. I like KC Spears when he's out here punting. He's got a little Pat McAfee swagger to him, and he makes a nice putt. He gives a little celebration dance. I like it.
Man, you always going to figure out a way to get some Bengals mentioned in these games.
Oh, no, Pat McAfee's not a Bengal. He's a Colt.
Oh, is he a Colt?
Yeah, he's a
Who's
rival.
the Bengals? Didn't the Bengals have somebody named McAfee play for him for a while?
That I don't know.
I think he was even number 87.
Oh!
What a hit.
Sit down. Big hit by number 23, Lorenzo Hudson. Laying
With
the
number
lumber.
25, Cameron Calhoun.
Yeah, the official making sure that the Milford receiver's okay after that hit.
Lorenzo Hudson. Second down and 10.
Yeah, let's get another
on the
look
more
here.
air. It's a replay where
Bang!
hammered down.
Nice clean hit, shoulder to
No
shoulder.
hit.
Nothing wrong with
That's
that.
right. All clean.
You are allowed to have clean, big hits in football. I know people don't agree with that, but you can still have the big, clean hits.
They got him chased down and tackled for a sack.
Quarterback Austin Harden, number 9, is sacked behind the line of scrimmage.
That's number 4 on that sack. Jerron Gibson.
Yeah, Gibson just keeps adding to that sack total. That's his second of the night. He was only about a half a sack off the leaderboard for ECC for sacks, and he may be number 1 by the time this game's over.
6:41 left to go in the affair. Straight drop.
Here they come.
Here they come to get him, and he just, it looks like it should be intentional grounding, but
Yeah, the only white jersey near that ball was an offensive lineman, and that's not an eligible receiver. So interesting, they're not going to throw the flags. We get another look. Yeah, the only white jersey there is number 59. That's Wesley Prather. He's an O-lineman. That's not a receiver. Very realistically, probably should have been intentional grounding.
so they'll call it 4th and 16. Number 7, Jermaine Matthews, standing on his 32-yard line. Here comes the kick. Matthews comes up to get it. He's going to keep going. He's going to motor around the right side. He's got a block. He's got 2 blocks. He's still on his feet. To the 20. To the house. Touchdown. That's number 7, Jermaine Matthews, in the celebration corner of the end zone there.
Yeah, we get another look here. This is Matthews' second punt return of the night for 6, and he just outruns everybody. That's a running back, number 8. That's Webster that he just outran, and that is a 2-piece there. His second of the night. Matthews is making it hurt in the special teams game, Jay.
I'm telling you, it seems like the Warriors are starting to get everything in gel. Things are coming together just right.
Yeah, Matthews is getting mobbed down on the bench by his teammates, too, after that second one of the night.
Number 87, Dan Umba, in to attempt the extra point kick.
And that should get the... No, never mind. Quick math in my head.
Running clock.
Yeah, I had to do quick math in my head.
So here comes the Warriors getting ready to address this point after attempt. Spears with the hold. Dan, don't belay, waiting to hold. Hold is down, the kick is up, and that kick is good. So with 6 minutes and 21 seconds left to go here from Frederick Stadium, we have a score of your Winton Woods Warriors 40 and the visiting Milford Eagles 13.
As we get one more look at Matthews, he's got a lane right there, makes a guy miss, and then it's just a foot race, and he's not going to lose that one.
Yep. This is all phases of the team working together now.
Yeah, this is one of those games. If Winton Woods was one of the teams that puts those stickers on their helmets for good plays, there would be a lot of them going around tonight.
Come to the press box with your winning ticket.
I miss those days. We used to do that when I was at Roger Bacon up until my junior year, but then we stopped.
What's that?
Putting the stickers on your helmet for good plays.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we used to have footballs for offense and a skull and crossbone for defense, but we stopped doing that after my sophomore year.
So here comes the Warriors kicking this ball off to the Eagles. And that kick is up. It's going to be received at the 5-yard line. But the Warrior defenders are there waiting, and they have him down at the 20.
Yeah, just watching the two sidelines, you can tell Mr. Momentum is firmly implanted over on the Winton Woods sideline. They just have a swagger to them tonight because they know they got a great team going right now.
Yeah, they had a good week of practice. I didn't see them there when the day I was here. They were practicing down in the lower 40, and I didn't see the practice too much that day.
Yeah, you practice how you play, and if Winton Woods had a great week of practice, it's definitely showing tonight.
1st and 10, 6:14 left. Guys looking over to Coach Tom Grippa for his idea on what the play is going to be. Straight drop. Pass caught. Receiver runs out of bounds with it. It's Reese Davis.
Yeah, just a quick little dump off there to the outside. Gets him a couple. It is going to stop the clock, though, because he did get out of bounds, but they're down almost 30 points now, so that didn't really do a whole lot in the grand scheme of things.
go. Incomplete, out of bounds.
Yeah, that Winton Woods pass rush, they've been tough all night. As we saw at the end of that play, there was about 2 or 3 Milford offensive linemen on their backsides just because the Winton Woods pass rush is so tough tonight. They just keep knocking them down. They've been getting in the backfield all night.
Yeah, this defense is treacherous. They're really putting a hurt on folks. Straight drop, looking to throw. Ball's incomplete over the middle. Number 4 didn't want to catch that ball. That's Luke Ray.
Yeah, that's a ball that probably should have been caught. That ball goes right through his hands, but nonetheless, it's going to bring up 4th and about 6.
4th and 6. 6 minutes left to go in the affair.
Timeout, Milford. Their first timeout of the second half.
Warrior Nation drummer sounds like he's enjoying this. Getting everyone else in the audience in their groove.
Well, Jake, while we have a minute here, we heard earlier that St. X was losing to Elder. We have an update on that game. Not so much now. It's now currently 52-14 St. X. So St. X is definitely showing why they're one of the top 10 teams in the country tonight.
Yeah, St. X has got a quarterback for him. He just has ice water in his veins, evidently.
Yeah, that is a very tough team. I don't know if anybody in the state of Ohio is going to be able to touch the ball.
4th and 6. Matthews standing on his 40 to receive this kick. And it's going to come straight to him. But they're right there, and he runs around him, and now they're going to have to chase Matthews down again.
Oh!
But they get him shoestring tackled on his own 40-yard line.
Yeah, number 46, J.P. Naylor is the hero there. Matthews was about half a step away from breaking yet another one. To get a look, Naylor just able to grab him around the ankle. And that was about to be a 3-piece if he was able to get by that one tackle.
It's going to be a lot of yardage returning kicks for Matthews.
Yeah, he's definitely earned himself some praise after this game. He's been tough in the special teams game. Also had a big hit on defense earlier in the game as well.
Here's the Warriors offense out here. Lawson gives inside. It looks like about a 4-yard gain.
It looks like the Warriors are starting to empty the bench a little bit here, putting in some younger guys. That was number 42, the sophomore Sakai Talley, on the carry there.
Pick up of 3 yards on the carry.
See, and by putting these guys in the game, it gives them good morale. When they come to practice, they practice hard, knowing they may get in this game.
Plus, it helps you out for next year when you're losing some of these seniors. You see what kind of depth you have for next season.
Inside give. He gets away from him, but they're still on him. Looks like they got him thrown for a loss. That's number 16 in the game now, quarterback.
Yeah, and as we discussed in the game last week with West Claremont, Winton Woods has an interesting problem with the fact they have 3 seniors at quarterback. So you kind of wonder, how do you get them all playing time? That's what they're doing now. They had Ellery played basically the first half, then Lawson played a little bit. Now they got Caleb Sanders in the game.
But at this stage of the season, they need to have all 3 of them thinking they may play. Sanders pulls it out of a gut, and he heads north with it. They get him down about the 46-yard line. Clock down to 4 minutes left in the game.
Yeah, Sanders pulls that one, and he's met by a couple of white jerseys right there. Not a whole lot he can do there. Milford knows they're just going to run the ball at this point, so they're selling out for the run game now.
So with this 4th and 7, looks like the Warriors will kick it over to the Eagles. 3:39 left to go. You know, the Warriors were able to put on this offensive line display without big number 68 in there for them. Demarion Stone. Like we said earlier, he's in street clothes, so they'll have to figure out what's going to be the story with him.
Looks like we got to delay a game on the Warriors.
Delay a game, Winton Woods, 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, Jake, as you were saying, Demarion Stone not playing in this game didn't seem to affect him too much, but the big senior, he is an imposing presence on the field. So for an intimidation factor, if anything, being that big, they're going to need him going down the rest of the way here for the next 4 games.
Kick is up, low line drive. It's picked up, but they're right on him. Get him down on his 30-yard line. 2:53 left.
On the play, number 4, Luke Ray. Fielded the punt. On the stop, number 35, Demarion Smith for the Warriors.
Yeah, that's just great kick coverage there by the Warriors. Gives him just enough room to field that punt. He just gets wrapped up by 2 or 3 Warrior players and doesn't go anywhere.
There's a give inside to number 8. Defense is waiting for him though.
Number 8, Antoine Webster.
Yeah, Webster's one of the leading rushers in the ECC, but he ran into a brick wall of Warrior defense tonight. He hasn't been able to do a whole lot against this defense.
Yeah, the Warriors, with their defense, this guy on Anderson that's making all this noise, they might have to shut him down. That pass is complete. This guy don't want to get taken down. He's got a first down.
Looks like you got a Warrior slow getting up.
That was a duck pass, but
yeah, looks like we got number 14, Kyron Oliver, down for the Warriors.
.216 left to go.
Mind you, next week, the Warriors will travel to Anderson to play the Raptors. 7 o'clock kickoff next Friday, October 1st at Anderson.
So I'm over here in Kent Shields in the other room saying that the Warriors will be going out to Anderson this coming week to play them.
Yeah, it's a big-time matchup again for the Warriors, yet another one. That's a team that they're tied in 3rd place with right now, taking on the team that is now the Anderson Raptors. That's new to Anderson this year.
Yeah, the Raptors.
I played college ball with some guys from Anderson, so that's a pretty historically strong football program.
Kyron Oliver is the injured Warrior, walking off the field.
So they're getting Oliver off the field.
Hopefully Oliver's okay, no worse for wear.
So 1st and 10 now for the Eagles. There's a give. Number 8 still on his feet behind the blocker, but they get him down. It's Antoine Webster.
Yeah, Webster did a nice job trying to bounce that one.
So here comes the Eagles over the ball, 1:31 left to go. Here's a give inside. Webster still on his feet, but they get him down. Webster trying to make a play for the Eagles to get some more points before this is over.
Yeah, Webster had a big hole there. He makes a guy miss, breaks off a tackle. He's finally dragged down by a host of Warriors. He's trying to get his yards. He's one of the top rushers in the conference, and Winton Woods has pretty much stymied him today, so he's trying to get his yards in this one.
Clock moving down to 104. There's Webster again. Hard to bring him down. Host of hats there.
Taken down on the play by number 55, Ryland Grover, 53.
Well, Webster he's still putting in that effort, so you got to commend that. He's got under a minute to go here, but you got to commend the effort. Webster's still driving his legs and still trying to pick up yards, so he's not quitting on his team.
Clock moving, whistle.
Official timeout.
Here they are. Trying to get outside, but the word defense won't let him get there. Clock still moving down to 15 seconds.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to run another play. Milford's lining up at midfield.
So they won't be running play as the teams line up at midfield to respect the game. Clock's at 0-0. We have a final score tonight here of your Winton Woods Warriors 40 and the visiting Eagles of Milford 13. This is Jacob Williams along with my partner, Sean Coleman, thanking Waycross Community Media and More Air for bringing the action to you tonight. So Waycross Community Media will be back next week covering the Coleraine Cardinals and their action. So we'll see you later.